What's up everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Honda Hawk Project Peppy series. It's been a long time. As you can see right now, the bike has no wheels on it because I had to remove the wheels off the bike, and it's at a shop right now to get some tires swapped. So at the same time, I wanted to change the front brakes. Here I have a Galfer stainless steel brake line for the front, EBC brake pads, EBC double H brake pads, and a nice, beautiful Galfer brake rotor for the front to replace the stock one that's all rusted and ugly looking. In the future, there is another job that I want to do. I want to replace the clutch cable because I feel like it's a little stretched. When I'm trying to get into gear, it's a little troublesome. So I bought a Motion Pro clutch cable. I will replace that later and then do a little more maintenance like coolant drain refill, replace the thermostat, and yeah, she'll be 100% roadworthy. The rear pads, I mic'd the rotors to check the thickness. The thickness is good, the pads look good, so I'm not gonna touch the rear until I need to. And for the first time removing the rear wheel, it was so simple. I was very excited with the design. This right here, I mean, I'll show you later, but this rides in the wheel and it just goes right on that spline, everything, and you lock this and you put the cotter pin. When you're done, you just cap it. So nice, so easy. And the wheel just comes out sideways and just drop it down, pull it out. I did have to remove the exhaust just for more clearance. It's sitting there, right there on the ground. And yeah. It's a definite learning experience. It's my first time doing that on this bike. And since I'm planning on keeping this bike forever, might as well do some good maintenance on it. Keep it roadworthy. I haven't been riding it, so I feel bad. So yeah, here we go. Stay tuned. I've just put on one of those little brake bleeder bottles because I'm going to bleed the lines, empty out the master cylinder because I'm going to be changing this brake line here to a steel braided. I have a 12 millimeter wrench with the box end, what do you call it? Not the box end, but the ratcheting end, just to break that loose after the fluid is all in here. It looks like it's clipped in here, routed, nicely routed under the headlight here, goes up, and then goes to the master cylinder here. Very nice and tidy, pretty simple. And looks like for the master cylinder, I just need to break off these Phillips head screws, take off the cap, and then fill once I get the steel braided brake line on there. Just trying to get this done while my wheels are at the motorcycle shop. Once I get that call, I'll be putting it all back together, including the rotor and all that. Alright, so if you guys don't know, once I open this bleeder valve here, it'll be open and I need to press on the brake lever in order to push the fluid out. Hopefully it doesn't leak anywhere. Just put this rag under here just in case, but yeah. So I'm just gonna open it just a little bit. I could see some fluid coming out, including some bubbles. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna push or pull in the brake lever. Hopefully some fluid, more fluid will come out. There you go. And I don't care if there's air in the lines because I'm gonna be replacing it all anyways. Alright, so you guys can see, brake line is mounted. Routed as best as I could without the little rubber sleeve, I guess you want to call it, from the stock original. It's kind of free to move in here, doesn't fully secure, but all I need to do now is just tighten. I think they're called banjo bolts, and fully secure it. Get the tires on. Here they are. Just went to pick them up. I went with 160/60 ZR17 Michelin Pilot Power 2 CT. Beautiful tire. And the same for the front in the 110/70 ZR17. Tires is something that you don't want to go cheap on. The original tires that came with the bike, when I bought it, they were kind of sketchy. The front was good, the rear was old. and hard, and I feel it just not gripping as well. It wasn't confidence instilling. The Michelin Pilot Powers, the 2 CTs got really good reviews, so can't wait to try those out. In case you guys missed it, the front stainless steel brake line is on. I just need to tighten it, get some brake fluid in the reservoir, and then let it like just do its gravity thing. And then once I start seeing it come out from the bottom end there, I'm gonna tighten it and then do a pump bleed once I get the front wheel on and the rear tire on. So it's gonna be that's it. I'm just gonna go assemble everything back together and get this bike back on the ground. Yeah, all right, cool. Woo! Bike is sitting on wheels. I mean, no, it's not. The wheels are on. There you go. Look at the difference with the 70 radial tire versus the 80, which will pretty much almost close. It's about another inch almost. It's interesting. I know it's gonna handle better, but it's just this gap kind of bugs me. But whatever, it's what we were able to get. There's that rotor. I just need to tighten the axle nut, secure bolts. I need to tighten the caliper, put the pin back, put the pads in, put the pin back, fill the front reservoir brake fluid with brake fluid. I need to torque down the rear axle nut and then put the muffler back on. And yeah, look at that rear. I love it. 160 rear. It's nice. Nice. I know you guys with the VFR rear wheel with the 180 tire looks nice and everything, but the 160 doesn't look too bad either. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna torque everything down to spec. Yeah. Been a long day, but as you can see, the brand new tires, Michelin, the steel braided brake line and the front rotor. I haven't test ridden it yet. I'm gonna save that for another day. I do in the beginning of this video, I talked to you about the clutch cable. I was hoping that I would have time to do it today, but it's gonna be another day. The reason why is it's because I feel like the clutch cable has a little play. And when I try to get into first, I have to like kind of jam it. So this bike's coming together. I need to do a radiator flush, drain and refill, and check on the air filters when I have the tank up. And I can't wait to ride it. I'm kind of late. It's already summer and I haven't ridden it. I have a friend that's been waiting, asking me, hey, come on, let's go ride. So I can't wait. Anyways, hopefully you guys with Hawks enjoyed this episode. I know there's not that many Hawk episodes out there. I did have some issues with the front caliper, just kind of learning and figuring it out, even though I have the Hawk manual. Reading it and just looking at the instructions and actually doing it is two different things, especially for the first time. I love how the rear wheel just comes right out, no problem. You just have to move the exhaust. The single-sided swing arm makes it such a breeze, and you don't have to mess with the chain at all. Eventually I do want to change the sprockets just because I know it's old. I want to change the sprockets, change the chain. What else? I think after that, the bike will be like tip-top shape. It's even without all of that, it was still riding well. So anything I do to it is just gonna enhance it even more. All right, you guys, thanks for watching and stay tuned for when I do the clutch cable. Cool. Peace. Thanks for watching. Woo.